Hello, Serge here in the backyard driving range. Okay. Today, I want to talk about a lesson I had with one of my students, Bob. And it involves properly lifting the club in the backswing. What I see with a lot of golfers today, especially when you've been working hard and diligently on trying to learn the rotational swing where the club's over here, we were told, you were all told that at the top of the backswing, you want your right arm in a right angle, so that the club can be at about this position and the right hand's in the right angle. And as we know, the problem with that is, number one, the club's in a heavy position, which isn't good. We want it vertical, so it's light. You can swing a light club faster and more with more control. And the other part about this is when you add that weight here, but I don't know about you, but when I take the club back, when I make this right elbow go down, which helps get the club there, I get a lot of really pulling, not much here, but I really get a lot right up through here, through my shoulder, up my neck, and especially up here the neck and to the shoulder and down through here, which that stress and strain, which is not good, especially when you do it over and over. Now, years and years and years ago, this was always considered a flying right elbow. All right, see where it's here? It's up and it's away from the body. Today, it's still considered a flying right elbow. All right, back then they wanted you to have what? They wanted you to keep your elbow close. They wanted to keep it tucked. Well, what's the problem with here? People always say, well, I can't keep my right arm straight. I can't keep my left arm straight if you're a right-hander. Your forward arm can't stay straight because look, you can go there, but when you keep your arm here, this is becoming the boss when this is supposed to be the boss in the backswing. So all you got to do is put your hand here, take a turn, get to there, keep your lead arm, your forward arm, left arm for your right-hander, and go there. Look where you see your elbow's going to be, right there. But that was a flying right elbow years ago, and it still is today. They want the elbow like that. If it's like this, it's not flying. Well, but unfortunately, it's creating all this tension, stress, and strain and laying the club off heavy. So what's really supposed to happen in the backswing? Well, if there's a law of physics called drag, it says if two or more objects are involved in the movement of an object, so I got two hands and arms moving this object, they must be equal in everything they do. Because if they're not equal, the one doing lesser than the greater will put this system in drag, and drag's a negative effect. So if my right elbow is staying down, now I'm moving it away from the body, but it's staying down, or I am trying to lift it properly, but I'm just lifting it too slow. In other words, I'm making majority of the lift comes from my forward arm. Now this is what I'm seeing with Sergites. They're not ever trying to get there anymore. Y'all are trying to get the club vertical. But what happens is if your left arm's lifting faster than your right arm, once you go in the mitt and you start lifting up the tree, you probably won't get to where the rotational folks are, but you're going to get between there and 12, but that's going to have this arm down a little bit. And what's that doing? That means you're going inside a little too deep. And if you come straight down from there, you'll be approaching the ball slightly from the inside. And if you just maintain what you are coming down, you're very likely going to hit it. If you hit it solid, it's going right, mostly like pushes, blocks, or block fades and or thins. And then you start releasing too much. Release just right, you might hit it straight at the target, and if you release it too much, then the club rolls over too much, then you can start going to a flatter finish, and that'll start hitting you pulls and pull hooks. So the key is you have to have that equal lift in the backswing of both hands. They lift together. Your right hand is helping your left hand lift this club. In fact, my right hand, I think at this time on the way back up, it's actually helping pull up. I feel a lot more. I feel a lot of firmness and feeling of the club, and I can feel this hand is helping my left hand lift it, so they can both go up faster and smoother with less stress and strain and equal. A good partnership here. All right, and then conversely on this side, once I hit the ball, what happens here? That right hand still gets engaged to help the left hand swing it up together. All right, so if the right hand is on top and it isn't really working equally with the left, then it's slowing down, and that's going to cause a problem of getting the club vertical in the backswing and really getting it up over in the mid, up the tree and over the shoulder, and not getting wide on the forward swing. So you have to engage your right hand and your right elbow, your arm and elbow, to make sure that they stay equal. Don't be scared to use your right hand in lifting here and lifting there. And you do that, and you'll see that you'll start to get much more consistently solid and straight, very likely longer. And that's a good remedy for getting and hitting those lower scores. That's it for the Surge for today on Pure Lift, using both hands and arms equally. That's it for today, and I'll be speaking with you all again soon.